Bruh.
Is that a joint?
Hey traders, welcome to episode 632 of the show. You could be doing anything, but you're here and appreciate it. As always, from the stream last night to now, haven't really moved. Yeah, I think we were like the exact same price as last night, and really right around the same price as the day stream. So 24 hours ago, we were close to the same price. So go figure, right? Bitcoin volatility is, we're not in a volatility stage, right? What happens? We have impulses, then we consolidate. Impulses, consolidation. Impulses, consolidation. Over and over and over again. These phases of consolidation can last a few days, up to a week to 2 weeks. And we're just in that right now. We're just hanging out in a flag or pin it, what do you want to call it, after an impulse up, after breaking out of a Adam and Eve double bottom, the neckline. Okay, so still lower highs. Distribution could be argued here with the lower highs. But, you know, I mean, just looking at a kind of clean chart. It's Bittrex. There's not any data back here. I'm not looking at it for that. I'm just looking at it, you know, the simple, you know, resistance support zones between 9,000 and 13K, really, near the top of that range. All right, so all we've done is the back test, and we're just hold on a sec. All right, sorry. So with a rounding action, we'll see how, you know, how well this holds. And we know it's not just a back test of the peak that gave us a double bottom. It was also a historical support back from like March, February 2018 at 11.2. So, you know, you do have a decent amount of strong support here. You did break it. You're just back testing it now, which is always good to do. But we got to get some fall through price action soon. Otherwise, yeah, like going back to like that 4 hour, all right, to impulse down, up sloping consolidation, though, like I feel like after this right here, we should have sold off and dumped to lower price, but we didn't, man. We didn't. We're just holding support still at 11.2 and rallying again, but we're stuck between 11.2 and 11.5, and we know what those are, all right? 11.2, 11.5, look left. You are stuck between the ranges, right? Between February 2018's high and early March of 2018's high. You are stuck in this little range right here as it stands now. So got to break that, man. Got to find a way to break 11,475, 11,500 at some point soon. But then it's not just that. It's just so much more that Bitcoin has to do afterwards, right? Or it breaks that, gets back above it, and then it's just got to run up to 12K again and break 12K. And if it breaks 12K at this point, that means it's breaking out of the downtrend we've been in for like 6 weeks. So, and then after that, it's like, you know, just slightly above it is 12,600 overhead resistance from July 9th. And right above that, 12,900. All right, so I wish there was more happening on or in the crypto markets, but unfortunately there's nothing going on, man. Lack of volatility, it happens. We know it really well since we created this community in a scrubby downtrend. All right, Bitcoin dominance still right around 70% total crypto market cap. If we want to look at it real quick, we can. Why not, man? There you go, dude. Sold off a little bit, and that's what it does. And look, back testing, man. All right, and there's resistance, a little wick right there. You see it? So you're in between it now. That was December of 2017. Here we are, man. Sold off, bouncing off of it for now. Big Black 555, thanks for sub, man. Welcome. All right, so we'll see if we can hold that. I don't really. Oh my god, the music. Oh my god, dude. It's so brutal. Unforgiving, man. The audio levels, like, just when they're too high, barely. They're like really way too high. By a lot. That's weird, dude. On my side. So, I guess if you could hold that, if we're talking about traditional support resistance, how it works, if you held that, I mean, you could rally up to like 75%. I guess. Well, I guess there's like candle high close right there at like 72.5%. And then there's 75%. So here we are. Bitcoin Dom. Let's go to just in linear scale. Remember, we're talking about it actually looks pretty good. It's linear or log scale. I'm just making the adjustment. The anchor point, the new anchor point is that second bottom of the double bottom. Right, with touch points here. And then the other touch point, the top anchor point being that first impulse that gave us our first higher low of the entire run up. That was the reasoning behind it. So Astro Boy, 4,000, thanks for the sub, man, welcome. And so you're clearly in an uptrend still, right? And there's still a downside potential. If the trend line was to act as support, we can go down to 10,300 if market participants really wanted it to. But you would really think that on the weekly, what we've done, we'd like to see some follow through price action. Remember, we broke out, kind of up thrusted, and then since the week started, just sold off. I guess we sold off. Let me look at the weekly real quick. Hey, Justin Snyder, man, thanks for the $2 super chat. He says, hey, you. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. All right, so how we... Well, see, these are different on the... Let's go to Coinbase. Okay, so on Coinbase... Right, how we broke the resistance. It was the highest candle close we've seen in 52 weeks and more, of course, but year highs on Sunday before selling off. And the sell-off was simply to just back test daily supports that you saw, and that double bottom, you can't see it here. Just as you sold off to touch it, you've begun to rally. And you're up like $300 from the beginning of the week's sell-off, I guess, right? So, from the bottom anyway. So right back up at critical areas. Here we are again, 11,485 or so. Gotta get back above that, man. Really need to see. I mean, this week's so important because what did we do? We broke out. We literally broke out, made the highest high all year on candle closes. So, follow through price action, very important here. Because if you don't have follow-through price action, you start scrubbing around and selling off, you might have a weekly double top, which is definitely what you don't want to see, man. All right. If we could ever get back above 11,500 or so, I mean, dude, there's no resistance on the weekly at all until like 16K. But like on the daily, we know there's some resistance if we broke back above that level, the shorter term, but also... If you look left, there's a resistance at 12,760 or so. And that was what we knew would happen. Like we said, I remember on the way up, if we ever broke this, there's no resistance until 12,750 or so. And once we broke it, we went straight up, man. Straight up and exceeded it for selling off. And then rallying one more time, failing again. And then dumping. And then the trend should have been over, right? We broke out of the uptrend. We should have here in this position, Bitcoin should have sold off to a lower low, but instead it made an actual double bottom and rallied and confirmed the pattern being real. And so now it's holding and back testing. So that is where the indecision is. That is why it's just not as clear as it was. It was pretty clear down here with the 4-hour exhaustion. You knew it, man, like where it could have gone, right? Upside potential because of the double bottom and the divergence on the 4-hour, and kind of on the daily a little bit, right? Low, exact same low, and then you do this. That's a slightly higher levels relative strength. That is divergence. I'm sorry, Class B divergence. Then so rallied. So the bullish divergence on the 4-hour and the daily are still playing out. The patterns are still playing out bullishly, and that's why we still think this is in an uptrend versus what's happened here. Yeah, 6-week correction going on. And could extend on, very well could, especially if we can't find any buying pressure to really, after the back test, right? We need to see some follow through price action on a back test to run us to higher prices, which we haven't done yet at all. Okay, and daily you're at like 55, pretty neutral on the RSI. Okay, man. Let's go to... Why not, man? Ethereum. Seemed about doing a video on it, and I'm like, no one cares. So I didn't. The uptrend, you're out of it. You know, you were holding it briefly, but now you're developing this bearish consolidation after a very large impulse. Doesn't really look that good, man. I mean, I know it's still a higher low than your previous low, and we know bearish patterns are less reliable in uptrends, as they would be. I mean, they would be more reliable. Bearish patterns and bearish trends are way more reliable than bearish patterns and bullish trends, but still doesn't look pretty no matter what way you look at it. Think about it. When you have a huge sell-off and then you have your rally, the rally is really important. It gives us so much perspective. It really does, because like a rally, if you get a violent response, like a violent V to the upside real fast, gives you the inclination to believe that we might be recovering and the rally might continue on. But when you dump like this and the follow-through price action over an extended amount of time is so weak, you have a much higher likelihood of breaking down versus breaking the upside. Okay, this is Wyckoff stuff. So anyway, so that's it, man. That's it. Litecoin, I don't know, just messing around with some interesting like support, upslipping supports and stuff. And it's like, you know, in log scale, I think the uptrend, you're out of it. You broke it here, right? It was like 1 and 2 on the top, and then 3 on the bottom, 4 on the bottom. And then once you broke it, it was real bad. But like you can see, there's like a support and support here. You're holding this one, but then from the bottom, 1 and 2 here, you're already out of it, and you back tested it as a resistance and failed. So it's just it's kind of similar to Ethereum in a way. Man. Okay, but we really need, and you could just do this at this point, right? It's like the same pattern, man. Same pattern is developing on Litecoin as it is Ethereum. But you know that because we've already gone over it before. So again, man, a big bearish impulse, and then you've just got slightly upsloping consolidation. It's not really favorable. You know, it's not like what you're looking for. It's not really that bullish. But as long as we can stay as above $66, the trend is not in jeopardy. I think that is the killer right there. Yeah, I think if we break or test $66, the uptrend could be in a ton of jeopardy, lots of problems. So, because that's your previous major swing low that you saw in the uptrend, and that's how trends reverse. Those swing lows, when you start breaking them, that's when things start getting really bad. The trend has really reversed. Okay. Say hey to chat. Hope y'all having a good one. Okay, what's up? Super Basic News was first. What's up, Wolf of Worcester, Russell Pruitt, Black Sheep. What's up, MK Man, PPT Connect? Yeah, dude. Well, I think that probably stems the macro today and the stock market probably came from the tumult going on, you know, just in Argentina. But maybe it was just self-fulfilling either way, because it, you know, we had the irregular bearish activity on that dump early last week in the recovery, and then the recovery was just a common retrace, and then you sold off again today. So what's up, Nike Ninja, RS Nerds, what's up, Lost, JXN, Alistair, Malcolm, Nutzel, what's up, Heath and Fritz, hey Julia, Brooklelinos. Hey Christian, Astro Boy, always love the deep vibes. Always. Are you new? Thought you just subbed. So have you been watching for a while, Astro Boy? I don't know, dude. What's up, Jesse? Oh, King Logan, what's up, man? Oh my God, can you post the 888? Can you look in Discord so we can show it and show how insane it is? So quiet riot. Kids back to school. That's true, man. Very, very true. Anything that's not an impulse is anything after an impulse, Russell, is considered consolidation, whether it's up sloping, down sloping, or sideways. Consolidation, man. How do you join the Discord? It won't let you sign up. Just ask for a password. That's weird, Anderson. You might be getting scammed, but it's not from us. We have 4,400 people in our Discord, so they can attest to that. Also, Larley in the house. People are saying it. I just didn't see him. Oh, there he is. What's up, dude? What's up, Austin R? Crypto Scott. Just scrolling through chat, man. All right. What's up, Bitcoin art guy? How you doing, man? Darren Gleason. Good to see some new faces in here. Faces olds, all alike. Awesome. Up to 6 months sideways. Really? You think Bitcoin's going to go 6 months sideways? 6 months sideways. I mean, I guess we did something kind of similar from June to November of 2018 before the huge dump. I guess, but there were plenty of opportunities for trades there in between, right? Whoa, holy crap, just lost my chat. Hey, Luis. Orange juice. Hey, Stewart. Good XRP. Oops, so XRP, man, very interesting area, right? An area of clear value or lots of buy orders, lots of support, man. All right, if you can't hold this, you're going down to 25 cents. That's probably your lowest risk entry if one was to take one here, but I don't know, man. Like, the more you just touch a support, you know, we had a nice run up and then rejected higher prices and then just dumped right back down to that mean. And, you know, after hitting it, we had a bounce, but the bounce was very weak. No resounding bounce at all, and that can tell you a lot. I mean, the lack of demand involved with this asset, and you know, it was like a pennant or triangle. We broke out, but still holding some support, right? There's even more support in here that I haven't plotted. Whatever, too many lines, too many. The scaling's crazy, so it'll screw it all up. It's already screwed up with just 3 touches, 3 horizontal lines, right? So, though it is low risk area, it's almost just like bearish consolidation, somewhat, I guess. But you know, you could argue that, right, high or low. I mean, is that a flag? All right. Huge impulse down. So it's contradictory, right? It's like, if you're bear flagging right at a critical support like that, it may not be a bear flag, and so it makes it tougher to decide. And you know, you are showing a little bit of, let's see, on the candle closes, a little bit of bullish convergence where you made a about the same low with no negative momentum, which signifies a little bit of exhaustion, and then you've got a low on price and about the same low with higher levels of relative strength. So, I mean, that is good for someone that is, like, you know, bullish or wants XRP to be bullish. I guess that's good. But again, man, this is all dependent on Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin went from 12,300 all the way down to 11,100, and XRP went from 50 cents down to 28 cents. It lost almost half its value in a very, very short period of time. But if it was to recover, right, you could just easily use Fibonacci to determine, you know, where it might reverse its price action again to the downside if it does reverse here. Between 37 cents and 42.3 cents, right? It could just look like this. Or this. Or this. Right? Oops, sorry, wrong. My bad. Right. if it was to bounce here, right? That's where one would not expect, but where one would target for XRP to go, especially if we're talking reward or risk, right? Funny enough, the trade setup finally hit entry on this sell-off. Pretty funny, man. It only took seriously like 3 weeks, maybe a month. So James. So Russian troll, how you doing, man? Crypto Don Juan, man, what's up?
Bruh.
The market will come to us, Kangs. Maybe it will, man. Maybe. I mean, the price came to the 11.1 entry, I guess, right? No lower yet, but you know, just going back to it, I guess. Oops. Gotta think about what's going on with the 4-hour oscillator, right, where that negative momentum's about to be a neutral again. So you think about it, whether it goes sideways a little bit more to start selling off again, whatever happens, whether you break 11.1, go down to 11K or 10.7 or something like that, 10.6, you'll probably, without a doubt, get some form of bullish divergence if we sold off again. And that might be impending price action reversal to the upside. But as it stands now, there is no impending price action reversal on any oscillators. Okay? None. Johnny Hammersticks? Yeah, me too, man. Can I fib on Bitcoin? Fibonacci on Bitcoin? What do you mean? I mean, we can... I think I did that maybe in the static video from the low to high. We talk about the golden zone. So you're only at the top of the golden zone. So there is always downside potential, and let it be known that devil's advocate here or whatever for the prevailing trend is bullish. The more intermediate trend that you're in is distribution, lower highs. So there's always a chance. And remember the X, A, B, C, D stuff, 1618, 786, right, where you sold off. I mean, that's like, I feel like the new wave has begun. This is a new wave right now, but it's not really, is it doing anything like before, right? X, A, B, C, D, nothing like this. I mean, this is just consolidation after an impulse. And of course it could get worse, but man, it's so weak right now. Like the selling pressure, there's not much of any. So again, after hitting that golden zone 382 to 618, you bounced, but not by much. Okay. So there's your fibs, man. 10.3 to 11.75. Okay. Sam, did that help?
Bruh.
Hit them damn likes, smiley face, cool face, AOK hand, United States dollar, collision, kings.
Kings. Dude, Crypto Don't Want, thank you for the $10 super chat, man. Type in the chat for Crypto Don't Want, man. Always coming through. Amazing, dude. Thank you for all the support. Well amount. Really. The Monero in the jar. Oh my god. Sucks for Argentina. Crazy day. Oh yeah, I couldn't imagine it either, man. Sucks, dude, because it's like, you know, you got a president right now that's trying to be responsible, I guess. He's trying to cut back on social services, cut back on government spending, but the people don't want that. And so now you got like the election year, and now you've got, you know, October is when the election happens, and it's today pretty much signify that he's probably going to lose the incumbent, right? The current president. So like, and you know, their backup or whoever they're voting for is just like, oh yeah, man, who cares that we're, you know, we got 55% inflation. Who cares we're in recession? Free money, free healthcare for everyone. It's like, it's la-di-la. It's Rudy poo. It doesn't even make sense. Like, how can you even afford it? How can you even afford free healthcare for all your citizens when you're already so financially ruined, right, as a country? And dude, like the running mate what Fernandez or whatever is like, that corrupt politician. She's like under trial for all kinds of corruption. But they're still voting for her and him, which is, wow. I don't know, man. It's one of those, what is it, turd sandwich, giant douche situations. No winning. No winning at all. Adam and Eve with a handle. I mean, I guess you can call it a handle all you want. I call it just a back test, and could be just bullishly consolidating after an impulse. Doesn't have to be double bottom with Hendelman. That's not even real. Not even real life. Where, when, late bloomer, man. A couple weeks ago, you talking about here? Oh, it may be here. Yeah, maybe it was here. The higher low, and then we dumped one more time. Shorting of the thrust continued, and then it was over. Okay, so yeah, maybe. Instead of 786, it was an 886 retrace. Yeah, look, it was free. Exactly. I bet they hope they had some Bitcoin. Darren says stock market got wrecked today. Bitcoin was even. Feels like an up day. Yeah, I guess, man. Dude, song, man. Yep. Motabu, hey, maybe, but again, it's a lose-lose situation. No matter who they vote for, they're screwed, right? They're really bad on both sides. Yeah, people want security, so you give up freedom to get security, Wayne Batson. That's life, man. It's like everything in life. Thanks, Paris. For sure, PGA. As well. Yeah, S&P 500 ended up down, 1.18% today. And really, again, I think it's the whole Argentina stuff, but it also could have, again, been like a mix of the technicals too. And so, hey, there's an article I was reading, and they quoted someone from Bucky Hellwig, Senior Vice President of BB&T Wealth Management, Birmingham, Alabama. Said it's the end of the summer, so a lot of market players aren't on the job. And after such an incredible year, you would think that tons of people, fund managers are up significantly on the year. So why not take a break? Why not cool off? Why not take some profit, man, right? So it happens, this all happens, the sell-off seemingly every August, where we have events that move the market out of proportion to the events. So Goldman Sachs Group said on Sunday that its economists see recessionary risks increasing as the trade war between the world's two largest economies drag on.
Thanks for taking the time to edumocate. Appreciate you answering my question in Discord. Stock market getting wrecked, but I'm still making money. Couldn't have done it without Jaw. Kings.
Bruh.
Fish at 850, man. Thanks for the $10 super chat. Time to edumocate. Yes, edumacates connect. And sure thing, man. Absolutely. That's what it's about. I try when I can to answer questions and stuff. So, yeah, man, it's a slow day too. So, much love, my pleasure. So, and there's really this whole trade war crap. No one expects much of a resolution before the 2020 presidential election. The move away from risk sent gold prices higher, of course. Right, gold and maybe Bitcoin. That's why I think the fundamentals are good for Bitcoin just currently, right now. And then you think about the whole Hong Kong stuff going on, right? All that unrest, Tiananmen Square 2.0 incoming. But I guess Helwig from BB&T said consumer confidence has held up well, so we'll see where the rubber meets the road with retail sales. And I think we're going to get some good reports from Germany and China this week, tomorrow, I think. So all 11 major sectors of the S&P 500 were in the red, with financials, energy, and materials suffering the largest percentage losses. Okay, so looking ahead to the third quarter, there have been 58 negative pre-announcements compared to 19 positive, resulting in a 3.1 negative positive ratio, higher than 2.7 average since 1997. Okay, and then you got Roku that gained on the day 6.2%. You know, after a research note from Needham picked the stock over larger rival Netflix. Wow, man, unreal. Yeah, Netflix is just on the decline, man. Okay, so also, you know, people on Wall Street think that we're going to get more rate cuts this year. All right, they really do, and like a couple more. I think 3 more, really. Economists now see the likelihood of 3 quarter-point reductions before the end of the year. And I don't know if they mean like the one we just had included with 2 more, along with multiple moves in 2020 until it becomes clear that the U.S. Central Bank has staved off a recession. The anticipation comes as Goldman Sachs just announced that it reduced its GDP projections by 0.2 percentage points. Bank of America, Merrill Lynch, said they see increasing chances of recession in the next 12 months. All right, so everyone's getting a little freaked out and scared now. Like the whole insurance rate cut, right? What did that really do? It's just now making people, it's like Greenspan did the same crap where he did stuff similar back in 2000, and it was just to try to like preventative, but then people saw it as like, oh, this is real, man. Okay, they're already setting up for it. So it was really the market psychology and people like overreacting to the Fed and what they're doing. So like backfire. So yeah, man, now it seems like based on just this, man. Oh, now economists are talking about weakening, all right, recession, much higher chance in the next 12 months now. So the tone was so different, it was a little bit different when we were up here just a few weeks ago, right? Oh, everyone's freaking out. And what's going to happen when we get to near zero interest rates again and the economy then tanks, right? Then the stock market really crashes. Where are you going to go? Negative? Probably Loco's free. Probably. So Mike Smith. Are you saying you like Uber, man? Well, Uber loses a lot of money. I get it, man. I get it. In time, maybe they won't, but right now it's terrible. Hype in the cable news for stock market dumpage, Clem. Yeah, maybe. Gerard, don't say that, man. Star Wars was always good. I think the last one's coming out, right? Of the trilogy's coming out this November, December, right? Looking forward to seeing it, I guess. I don't watch movies often, but when I do, they normally have something to do with a movie I used to like a long time ago. And they like remade it or added on to it or something. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Okay, tell me you're not missing much, man. Not missing much at all. No, that was like the last crash. I mean, I think we went through some sort of oil glut. We had a manufacturing kind of recession, 2014 through 16, where the stock market really didn't grow at all. Yeah, there was just this flat period. Between 2014 and 2016. You can look at it on the chart. Here it is. This area right here. So between 2014 and 2016, we know that's when Bitcoin dumped. Bitcoin crashed late 2013 and did not recover until 2015, May of 2015. So let me try to pull it up. Just give me a sec. So let's see. We sold off, we got higher. I mean, again, we're talking like it was a range, so I don't know what date to pick, you know, really. Got to like all-time highs May of 2015 and didn't really break them until here, where we had that some absorption going on, July 2016. So like a year or so right here, May 2015, and then we go here, May of 2015. All right, so we were just in the midst of that no trend, right? Where we're in a bear trend and then to a no trend. And then everything kind of turned around with the stock market in November 2016. That was a catalyst, though. That was a presidential election. President Trump winning was the catalyst that drove this market to, remember, like, this stuff, people be like, oh, it was all Trump. But think about it. No, man. The market is an average, right? Average returns every year, 7%. So what happens when you go like a year and a half or more and you don't grow, right? On the S&P 500 that always grows since its inception, it returns to the mean, right? So not only did it have to make up for the time lost here, it also had to also play the year of gains for its current year, right? So I think that had a lot to do with the huge break to the upside. $5 trillion in a short period of time re-entered the market, consumer confidence, everything came back. And here we are, right? Since President Trump got elected to now. All right. Let's see, Bitcoin, it broke out, truly broke out right around November of 2015. Could probably just do like some sort of so went from a no trend January 2015 to January 2015 to November 2015. That's when everything changed. January 2015? November 2015. Sorry, man. Sorry. November 2015. All right. So here, when we were in the midst of the no trend, still, that is when Bitcoin broke out. Right here, the S&P 500, we still, had to sell off, double bottom, run up, and then, chop around for a little bit before breaking. For like maybe another year or so, Bitcoin recovered. So it was almost like they didn't have anything to do with each other, right? Not much. So the crash happened like December 2013. And, when the crash happened on Bitcoin, the stock market continued to rally from 180 or 1800 down up to 2140 or so while this crash was happening. So, not really much correlation or any conclusions you can draw from any sort of, whatever you want to call it. It was a certain type of manufacturing recession, they were calling it. There was also the oil glut back then, but it wasn't really like a major thing. Don't think we have that data yet, that info. Like, we have never seen a market crash like a global financial or a global market crash with Bitcoin existing. No, that hasn't happened. Tons of FUD on Litecoin. Uh-oh, man. Time to buy, Kappa. So much FUD, yet Litecoin's not really moving at all. And now I did backtest, sadly, you know. I looked at it a little earlier. All right, but this pattern right here, I guess you could call it a pattern if you want. Excuse me, get rid of that. All right, where it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, and you broke out and back tested it when it was once a support as resistance. That's not good. Back tests are bad. So just chopping around, holding support back from May, some from April. You're just chop, man. This chop like back from June of 2018. And there's a support back from September 2017 that you're just trying to hold on to right now. But again, you're out of the uptrend. You broke out in long scale and linear scale. Either way you look at it, you broke out.
Bruh.
Timothy D, man, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Really appreciate that a lot, man. Very cool. I think the next Dow crash will be bigger than '08. Yeah, man. If we want to look at some serious stuff way back, we're talking about Fibonacci. We can. We haven't done it in a minute since there's not much going on. Why not, man? Let's go to the monthly. Crap, man. Let me hide this stuff. All right, here was a tech bubble, global financial crisis, and here we are, man. And so I think we've exceeded the 1618. Yeah. I remember how I did it, but you are right now, from the high point to low point, you are sitting 1, 2, 3 times, failing. 2618 fib extension. Anyone ever fibbed from the December 2007 high all the way down to the February 2009 low? Anyone done that? Well, 2618 fib extension, your outer fib extension, and you can clearly see how exhausted it looks, right? Oh my God, so tired, man. So freaking tired. Okay. So how do you prop this price up much longer from your low point to high point? Think about it like this. I mean, we recently hit a 23% retrace and had a huge bounce. But if you were to just make common retrace, think about it like this, man. There's some support here at 18,269 back from April of 2015, and then there's support down here near the golden retrace, 14,245, right? And we just know like the golden zone for retrace in the Dow Jones between the 618 and 382 could put you between 14,498 and 19,393, and just listening on Real Vision and stuff, hedge fund managers saying like we're at a point now where we're not allowing, like market makers, whatever, are not allowing the price to really correct, have a nice correction, and so we're once it does come down, it's going to be a really bad one, really bad move down. Okay. I mean, just kind of look at everything, right? Thing was relatively tame, I guess, and then things started getting nuts in the 80s, 90s, and crescendoed in 2000, and then you had the crash, and then the rally, and then another crash, right? Then the correction in 2015, but not much of anything. And again, not much of anything. 23% retrace. That's not a common retrace. Super shallow. So how does, I mean, how do you keep going up besides pure manipulation? Okay, that's we're just using Fibonacci from your low to high, and we're not in log scale, we're in linear scale.
Bruh.
Is it time to short Amazon, brah?
JDR, man, thanks so much for the 1057. I don't know, man. Remember we looked at it before. Oh yeah, not looking good, man. Not looking good at all, actually. Still making a higher low. Still showing some hidden bullish divergence on the daily, but thanks, JDR, man. Here you are, man. Right in the uptrend, you ran up. You couldn't make you made a lower high, like a 98% retrace from the high to low, and you sold off. And then you broke the channel and you back tested it as resistance and sold off. But the contradicting variable in this situation is from a low point to a higher low point. Hidden bullish divergence. And you got it here too. But mother of God, I mean, if that's all it is, if the hidden bullish divergence is playing out and that's it, oh boy, it's terrible. Very bad. Man, very, very bad. I'm wondering if it's like X, A, B, C, D, bullish cipher stuff. I'm just messing around here. Yeah, deep enough. Yeah, high enough. 1272. Maybe looking for 786. 786, 1446, 1443 area. Very close to the 1618 fib extension too. All right, so you gotta think about it like that. One wave, another wave, and then C to D wave should be a large one. All right, could be setting up for that. And so if that's the case, then yeah, I guess if one's shorting on a breakout of an upsloping channel and a failed all-time high, yeah, maybe, man. But dude, again, the plunge protection team, it's hard to say, man. Overwhelmingly bullish conditions. They've been that way. Any kind of sell-off we've been getting at all has just been bought right back up, manipulated. So maybe, man, maybe there's a long opportunity at 1446 or so, right? And the 1618 is, jeez, man, they are so confluent. It's beautiful, man. Holy crap. All right, like right there. I mean, that's your PCZ zone on Amazon. Good God, 78%, 1618 fib extension. Jeez. Okay, something to think about for sure. Let me know, dude, if that helps any. We're just talking about looking for positions, or looking for opportunity, and maybe C to D wave is going on, and we might rally some more or something. It's probably not going to make a higher high than your previous high and then sell off again. Okay. All right, man. 11,377. Oh, you're starting to bearishly engulf. I mean, whatever you want to call it that, you can. It's just very weak price action on Bitcoin right now. Really weak. So, again, we could sell off it once more and hit 11.1 or go even lower to 10.7, 10.8, and then we might show some 4-hour bullish divergence on Bitcoin. Yeah, man. I mean, RS Nerd, I remember during that lull in like 2014, 2015 to 2016, I remember Apple buying back all the time during that. All the time. Oh, Domino's, man. Oh, man. Range bound. That one, though. I was talking to Larley about it. Yeah, that one was like... Larley, if you're in here, what is it up again, man? Oh, my God. Insanity.
Holding on to DPZ cause I don't want to take a loss. Feel like I'm trying to justify my hopes to this point.
Any kind of uptrend, I think you broke it. Alright, way up here, look at it, dude. So it's like range bound. Could be a little bit of distribution going on, maybe, right? You're near the bottom of it. If it's gonna rally, it's gonna rally between 230 and 240, but oh man, you know, see, we already retraced 50% of the way once, and then had a rally and made a lower high, and then made a higher low, then rallied again and made about the same, actually a lower high, and then a lower high again. So you're making like lower highs than your all-time high, and now you're just sitting again right at critical areas, ice lines, man, critical area support. And being down at critical supports like this, you better be getting nice recoveries, otherwise, yeah, in time, I mean, there just might be absorption going on now, right, where people are taking longs, people are covering shorts, people are doing all kinds of things here, but eventually supply could overwhelm demand, just because, dude, again, are you kidding me? Go weekly. I mean, look at it, man. Really toppy. That's toppy looking when you flip this over. Oh, dude, looks like a nice double bottom or something, right? This is what it looks like at the end of uptrends. Or downtrends, right? So this could be like a lower risk, high reward opportunity. Even though we know we hit a 50% retrace already from the previous low. What if we were trying to... Oh my God, man. That's so stupid. Look at log scale. Since 2008, $233 to $305. Unreal, man. One of the best performing assets, like, of them all. 1, 2. Seems like you're right around that heart line, I guess. I mean, it's still kind of the only way you can do it. So insane, man. I'll just tell you this, man. If you're scared about Domino's Pizza, you should be really scared if Domino's breaks below 230. There's an actual support here at 218 that might hold for a rally. But yeah, man, you're making lower highs than your previous highs. Could be seeing distribution, but you know, you're just kind of range bound. You only hit that top one time. On the weekly, high on price. And definitely looks like divergence to some extent was going on. Right, definite weakness. So yeah, man, you should be scared when you go from $2.33 from 2009 to $305, and now you're at the top. Critical supports all around here, so that's what you should take note of. Anything below 230 is bad, but 218 is even worse. Oh boy. All right. Is the Argentine peso a goodbye right now? Probably not, Anthony, man. No. What's up, Chris Sobey? I know a lot of people have taken time off from Bitcoin. I know. Michael L. loves the Domino's crust, man. Yeah, dude. No one had money in 2008. Some did. Yeah, they took a lot of advantage, and that is why all of you should be prepared for that next crash so you can take advantage of it and change your life. Okay. So I've been live now for 1 hour and 3 minutes. If you're enjoying the live stream, please hit the like button, that bell, that sub. Wow, man. 3 new subs today. Back to the days of old, man. We're back to like 3,000 sub Bitcoin at $4,000 or less days. Just no one cares about crypto anymore. Or people, it's just like different, man. It's just weird. What's up, Rabbit Kevin? Yeah, man, we're talking about Domino's. Okay, so, thanks for the 623 people here. But, you know how it is, man. I'm, is demand high for what I do or low for what I do? Right now, it's probably pretty low, right? Covering, price action. I mean, I do static videos. Stream multiple times a day for the most part, and it's just like we're waiting for the volatility to pick back up, or we're waiting for this consolidation to play out, waiting for it to, it is developed, but we're trying to see if we sell it one more time, or if this is it and we break to the upside, right? So thanks, Sif. Yeah, I think Bat's a great project. Hamon Music, sure. Thanks, Crypto Stacks, man. Ooh, Demetrios, what's up, man? Tomcat, hello. Midnight Synergy watches 3 hours or more of crypto every day. You'd watch more if you had more time. There you go, man. I really appreciate everyone coming out. It's just, we cover the assets and we look at other assets. I'm reading news market stuff for the stock market, talking about the Argentine peso. Argentine, what is it? Argentine. Yeah, it's like Argentine. How you say it or whatever. Or the Argentina peso. Anyway, we talk about it all, man. Absolutely, Andre, of course. Yeah, the lower the concurrent viewership goes, like down here, man. Oh my God, we were at such a low level of viewers. People stopped caring, and we even made fun of it. We even joked about it. It's like, dude, this is when the volatility is about to pick up, when my viewer count's low. So, yeah, man, during this run right here, we were averaging 2,000 plus viewers per stream, concurrent viewership average, and now we're at 600 something, right? So that should tell you. Yeah, man. And yesterday we were at 1,000 viewers, and the day before 1,000 viewers, but now it's dying off again. Perfect time for the price to move violently. Thanks, PG Beats. Yes, that's true, man. Yeah, we've had it many times. Many times. Okay. So let's do is get out of here early. And maybe be back tonight if it makes sense to be back, right? You never know. So thanks so much for the likes, love, the support, the contributions today. Friggin' love y'all. It's the best community in crypto. We're just waiting for volatility to pick back up. 11-1, man. Patrons, 11-1. You know about it, right? So I'll be back sometime. I don't know when. So until then, respect the T. Hey.
Adios, turd nuggets.